views going up, big bro just said get to it. I got the motion, but they can't pursue it. Putting them on, y'all feel like it's cute, but they already knew it. Man, is you dumb, is you stupid? How you fall off and you copy my method? You messing with game and you messing with me, so don't even try it. You better respect, you flex.
Yo, what's good, what's good? It's your boy, Oh Lord, back at it again with another reaction video. Come on now, we got One Punch Man Season 3 is cooked. Not gonna lie, I haven't seen Season 3 yet. But I want to see this first before I go watch it for myself. Just for a personal reason, you know. I fuck with Season 3. Not Season 3. One Punch Man, because, you know, we One Punch Man fanatics over here. But hey, look. Hey, go check out this man's channel right here. I'm gonna leave it right here. And I'm gonna leave a link into the video in the description. But hey, without further ado, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share the video. But let's get into it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since we've had to meet like this, but we're back for Season 3. And we already know how last season, man, this shit was going wicked. Shit's been wicked. But it seems like for the most part, Centauro got obliterated, or at least retreated for the time being. Which, I mean, it's hard to believe, but I mean, we saw who was out in the battlefield. King was out there, so we already know he had that thing under lock. Yeah, we're just lucky to have him on our side. I really hope he finds his queen soon. And as for the hero hunter, I hear Silverfang failed to capture him. So, Sitch, what do you plan to do about this? Because this isn't even the worst of our problems right now. It's simple, really. We must no longer view Garo as a human, but as a monster. The next time he appears, let's just say Garo will not be saying tomorrow. Will be issued, and we'll get him jumped. Is the jumping really necessary, though? I mean, he's still human at the end of the day.
Fuck all that.
Probably just need one of our S-classes out there. No way he takes him down barehanded. He most certainly has a point, Stitchy. Because if we get him jumped, then we look like frauds at the top.
Man, forget all of that. We need to talk about what's important here.
What are we gonna do about them calling us One Frame Man? That's the main reason I even showed up today. I thought we confirmed that we had this season under lock, that this was gonna be the one. The bounce back season. What is this rigmarole that they're talking about before we even drop an episode? One Frame Man. Look, literally 2 right here. 2 frames. That's just people making assumptions about the product that we're about to put out. Due to our lack of advertising, due to the lack of everything that you usually put out to build hype around the show, but we're just taking a different approach this time.
Wow.
We're giving them lackluster content to start off with, and then we're gonna catch them by surprise. Boom. And then punch the best animation they've ever seen right into their esophagus. I don't know why y'all are looking at me like I'm telling a lie. This is the truth. We wouldn't come into this blind. We know what we're doing.
Blasphemy! You all don't know anything. My son has yet to be saved, and within the last 3 seconds, I've had more frames of animation than this entire room combined. What the hell is going on here?
I give you my word that we'll save your son, and we'll do more than save this show, mister.
You're absolutely right. It is inexcusable, the rough start that we've had, given the amount of time we've had to prepare for such a momentous event like this. But I think you'll be more than pleased with the outcome if you just give me the time to work.
I'll be commanding the rescue operation of One Punch Man Season 3.
Who on earth are you?
Name's Second Gal. The reason behind that name is because since day one I've been a monogamous man, and I would never have no second gal.
Okay. Hey, that's a hard intro. I ain't gonna fuck.
Season 3. I don't know who's like an OG, but for those who remember, One Punch Man was like the first video on the channel that did well. And that was like the one and only time I talked about it on the channel other than when I did a reaction. So coming into Season 3 after what we witnessed in Season 2, I wasn't expecting the most, but I was definitely expecting improvements.
And you know what else also saw improvements? Last video's performance, because y'all went crazy with that hype button. So if we could get even freakier with that thing this video, I'd really appreciate it.
And it was looking positive when they started with the intro song, because that intro song had me feeling freaky, I won't lie. And as I was watching the visuals for it, this bodacious Olympic athlete had me feeling even freakier. I went outside, I promise you I ran my fastest mile just because of the energy that this woman brought out in me alone. This season could be ass animation wise, but as long as she's in it, I think we've got a candidate for anime of the year.
And I will say, just coming into it off the bat, I don't think it could be denied that the actual artwork is a lot sharper. But this could in fact also be like the Blue Lock Bamboozle of 24, to where the artwork was so sharp and crisp, and they spoiled us with many nice still frames and potential thumbnails, but then when those characters got to moving, they forgot the moving part. And I'm kind of conflicted because I don't know where I stand right now, and I don't think we've had a proper opportunity to really see the type of work that they're going to be doing this season when it comes to the animation department, because this was a very, very dialogue heavy episode coming in. So they didn't really need to produce that much movement, because we see the first frame after that meeting, we see me after Chili's on Tuesdays, Khalil Roundtree, and then lastly we get our girl Tatsumaki. I don't have a nickname for her yet. That's being worked on right now, but when I get it, you'll know. But we see them three. She's sitting here doing what she always does, flirting with the audience, looking like this, looking like that. And we had second Yao explaining the circumstances and just talking to her about the Monster Association situation and all that. And it really was just like bouncing from one conversation to the next and just being on that conversation for like 5 minutes, because we had the Tatsumaki convo, which was like 2.
And then we had Boss Baby doing what he does best, hacking the mainframe while simultaneously indulging in a sweet treat. And I was told that he has like one of the best fights in the series, so hopefully we see that in this season.
And then we had Samurai and his clique talking to Gintoki's twin brother. Just comes in out the floodgates blabbering nonsense, and he may be handsome,
but his attitude sure is ugly. But you know who's not ugly? My flamboyant prison variant, who I think is
not
like the number 8 hero on the show or something like that. We got a little shot of him looking as muscular as ever, but as I was saying, it was like just back to back to back conversations with slow pans and zooms, and I saw a lot of niggas coping on Twitter, I'm not even gonna lie, comparing this shit to Demon Slayer.
That's like comparing a chinchilla to a fish.
2 completely different shows, and it's like I'm all for being delusional and holding out hope until the end, because we saw what we got with one of the greatest animes to ever touch the face of the earth, Blue Lock. We saw what we got at the end of season 2. So I mean, it's like I'm definitely going to be one of those delusional people saying to just trust the process until the very end. And it's like, I feel like if you are going to be on that side of things where you are still holding out hope, you have to understand and like be honest with yourself when the shit is just plain ass, and just have a good time with it, because you're only stressing yourself out more. That's my philosophy with it.
Oh, sweet heavens. Saitama's got a formal attire bunny with the pearls on his roster? I knew he could work it, but I didn't know he could work it like this. Goodness gracious. Please come in, come in. You have a visitor. I'd have to assume she's your main thing. What's Blizzard doing here again? Hey, why'd my monster just die to a single hit of yours? What's that about? What the hell do you want, Blizzard Bunny?
Oh, shit.
Not taking any new students. Could one of you young bulls hand me that pool dice? And I mean, Saitama, this fan that you got is magnificent. The gust of wind feels spectacular in between my ass cheeks.
What the fuck?
Cheating, because this just isn't making sense to me.
Cheating.
That young whippersnappers, the poultice. Can I get the poultice or no? It's also a skill-based game too. You get that, right?
Damn,
King, that doesn't make sense.
What?
Saitama and them are tweaking, because Blizzard could have asked me to go take down a government official. They would be gone by dusk. And I'm listening intently to what she has to say, because we know how much I like blizzards. I'm always bundled up ready for a snowstorm. And if any government officials are watching this, that was a joke.
Oh my
just
God.
To be clear. But they're just talking about what their next move and what their next play is. And it's like with the comedy, just based off the first episode, like it was still hitting. Like when Saitama got aggravated that he wasn't hunted, and that man suited up instantaneously to go find Garo himself, just because he felt disrespected. And there was like another scene later on with Silk Sonic or whatever his name is that I thought was pretty comedic as well. The only thing is, as I said, it's like I'm just very cautious about getting too optimistic about this, because it's like, while I know it was for comedy, it was clearly for budget saving purposes too. When they had a pin-up shot of Blizzard as Saitama and everyone was talking, and with the speed that it was going at, it looked like the shit was like in 0.25 speed. Like this was worse than Blue Lock. And this is a side note, has nothing to do with what I'm talking about at all, but this nigga looks like he's contemplating whether or not to attack Silverfang's cheeks, and Silverfang is completely unaware of the danger that he's in right now, and he might not even be in danger for real, and it might very well just be a good friend of his admiring his anatomy. Because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like all of us have like a friend or two where the way they're built is
nigga, no.
Giving some of these women out here a run for their money. And this is not even on some pause shit. Like this is just human to human, brother to brother. Like I got a friend and his shit back there is seismic, and I'm not afraid to admit it, because it's just objective truth. Like I remember we went to a convention. It was like all of us, and one of my friends pointed it out, because it seemed like the dude was almost intentionally trying to walk in front of us to make a statement or something. And I know it may sound outlandish, but this shit
nigga, no.
But this shit was like 3-round burst of reverberation. I'm not even joking. And I wasn't even looking like that.
Which was the issue, because I could feel it with every step. With every step. That was the problem. Like I'm in Florida, I know we don't have earthquakes, so I'm thinking something catastrophic is going on.
My friend pointed it out. He was like,
damn, why is so-and-so built like a dually truck? And it's like, you know how niggas talk. Like I don't want anyone in the comments acting like this is not normal between your brothers. especially on those late night Discord calls. It's like the zest is
Nigga,
infectious
facts.
during those hours. I just don't
What's wrong with
understand.
him?
But I went off on a tangent. Let's get back to the program. But no, so we see Garo looking like he just had a run-in with me. And he wakes up and sees that he was left a note. Well, looky here. Look who woke up. The fact that you were reading this means you survived. Congratulations. And unfortunately or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, because we have offered you our services and did what we could do to keep you in good shape, you are now locked into a 360 deal with the Monsters Association. So welcome and enjoy your stay permanently. I would suggest not leaving yet because doing so will put your life in danger and you'd be a target for the heroes. Just wait quietly in this room for now without causing any trouble, and we'll talk about the specifics of your deal when we got time. And I mean, this deal's got perks to it. I mean, the Monster Huzz will love you. That's number one, because you're like a foreigner to us, you know? So, I mean, you got that shit under lock. We also got you a free change of clothes on the house. We would have changed you into them ourselves, but not gonna lie, when we got within a 10-foot radius, the stench that you were emitting had some of us convinced that you were already a monster before you came into this bitch. But no, it's just stuff like that, man, that we offer here, and it's just, we're so happy to have you, seriously. And this is where my eyebrows were starting to go up because I was getting flashbacks to early Blue Lock season 2 with this little Lego man walk he was hitting down the hallway. Like, now granted, I know he's injured, so I mean, I could see people trying to make an argument and say that like he was injured, he was kind of limping, so he's gonna be walking wonky. Sure, I'll give it to you. But it was the pace at which he was doing it and for how long. And if you really look closely, the way his body is swaying side to side, it looks like his clavicle up is not even attached to his body, with the way it was like sliding back and forth, almost like a damn bobblehead. And maybe I'm nitpicking, but does this not look like he's a smaller torso that's kind of lopsided in this big suit of muscle?
I don't know. I'm not trying to judge too heavily off the first episode, but there were just some things that were reoccurring throughout it that just had me feeling more and more uneasy.
So then what this Monsters Inc. side character decides to do is try to make an example of the Kaiju number 8 force that was trying to infiltrate the base as Garo was sneaking around the corner.
My apologies, Ghost of Tsushima. Excuse me for 1 second, please.
Man, Garo, if you don't get your pink eye pumpkin pie hair ass out of here, man, and get back to your cell, like a big ass eyeball is not gonna see a man with 2 traffic cones on his head creeping around the corner. And you know what? Actually, stay there. Just watch.
So then Eyeball decides he wants to make an example out of these fools
and brings our girl out to show them how that whip works. And I mean, to put it in simplest terms, that thing is definitely a monster, all right. There is nothing human about that figure. I can assure you that much. That is monstrous, catastrophic, apocalyptic nyash.
That thing is a dragon level threat in itself.
And with what I'd say I'd let her do to me with that whip, I'd get half of myself disowned. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And again, it's like I'm just so stuck right now, and I feel like I just gotta let the season play out a little bit more, because I think they've really got me tricked and hypnotized right now with the whole good artwork, lack of movement scam.
Because we see this head monster dude and all of his other minions, and it's like they look good, but then it's like at the same time while he's talking, his mouth's not even moving, and maybe that's just part of his character, I don't know. But it's like I'm just not trying to fall for the trap.
As you all can see from the pitiful state of the Heroes Association, humanity has no chance of winning. We have to surrender immediately, y'all. I'm not kidding, especially us guys. These monsters are no joke, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there that thought dating and marrying a freaky thing was a good idea. But now all those mutant and tentacle toys that they got, those have become a reality now for us, y'all. Open your eyes. Not only will they be taking lives, but for us dudes, I'm telling you, they're gonna be taking our women too. This is the type of shit some of these gals fantasize about. And the only way we're gonna be able to combat it is by offering human sacrifices regularly to these monsters. And I sure as hell won't be slacking with it, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not crazy. I'm the
This nigga put himself right here. It's fucking crazy, nigga.
national average down there. You go in my girl's closet, you would think it's the back of a Spencer's. I'm not even joking. So it's like, to me, if you can't beat them, join them.
Hey, all of y'all shut up. I'd rather die than side with these stinky ass monsters.
All right, that's straight. I think we found our first sacrifice, boys. Jump them, y'all. Let's get them.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. And I'm not gonna lie,
whoa, why the fuck you say, all right, jump his ass?
All of y'all shut up. I'd rather die than side with these stinky ass monsters.
All right, that's straight. I think we found our first sacrifice, boys. Jump them, y'all. Let's get them.
So we get into episode 2. And I'm not gonna lie, at first, I'm not gonna say I was feeling confident, but I also wasn't feeling as frightened as I did in episode 1. That's just off the first couple of minutes though, because I was seeing some frames as Garo clocked this dude in the face, and also as he broke this guy's little butter knife and had it kiss in his retina. Again, it's like it wasn't anything crazy, but it was just like it was your normal leisure type of animation you see in any other show, which I feel like was a plus. But hearing myself utter that last sentence, I feel like I'm just coping and still trying to find the light right now. And I probably said it already in this video because I'm recording this part a week after I recorded the first section of this video. But the comedic timing and the cuts are still just as good as they were season 1 and season 2, I'm not gonna lie. Because after he gets one of everything 3 times from our little waitress shoddy, we see Saitama also eating, but he forgot his wallet.
This month's lunch special is a deep-fried sea fish. And although public safety is a concern, our restaurant maintains strict security measures against robbery, violence, and especially dine and dash incidents. And with the current state of everything, you know, it's like we still want to provide premier customer service and a premier dining experience. So for our law-abiding citizens, you won't have to worry about any felonious activity happening on our premises because we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 pro heroes stationed in our security office. So for anyone who wants to dine and dash, you will get thrashed violently. We're paying our hero security team extra to rip you limb from limb if you walk out of this door without paying. And then you'll be next week's special because we're cooking you too.
Damn, after hearing that announcement, if I tell my waiter about my situation, I'm gonna look like I got scared and turn myself in, but I'm not scared of shit. It's just like I forgot my wallet and I knew I always gotta keep a blue on me. And it's just like moments like that with his expressions and with the cuts, like the shit, like I'm sitting here smiling and laughing. I'm enjoying it. And then I'm enjoying it even more when I hear Saitama! Ow! Holy freaking smokes.
It's an avalanche back there. Get down.
That's the last time I bring her up. I apologize. She's just sensational. Let's carry on.
But seeing her trying to scheme with him to help him move up and then for him to join the Blizzard Bunny Brigade, but he's not even paying attention to a word she's saying and then proceeds to offer her a fry, and after one bite, I already...
One and scammer gets scammed, buddy.
As soon as she took that bite, there was no going back. And it's like, I know Blizzard Bunny, I know she has money considering the ice on her neck, but I knew she had this bill no problem, but it was just funny seeing
Saitama's broke self setting her up in the way that he did. And this nigga's so fast that he ran out of his own show. And I know Goku sure as hell's not doing that. But let me not ruffle any feathers.
And then we basically get to the main point of this episode,
Nigga ran out.
which was Garo and his struggles with his humanity, because he clearly has some of it still, especially for our boy Edgar here. When he pulls up on him getting bullied and scares these little twerps away,
and he starts glitching down the hill, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because I know he's sliding down, but I can't say that was pleasant to look at. Like they could have given him a trail of dust or something.
Hey, Dine and Dasher. Yeah, you felon. Over there. You damn scumbag. How dare you leave without paying? I would never, ever do that. And if I ever did, it would be on accident to come catch a scumbag like you. But I mean, I see you clearly already got a lot going on in your life, given your unfortunate, ugly appearance, so I'll let it slide this time, all right? Wait, what are you talking about, ugly? What are you saying? I'm talking about the shit that ain't pretty, unless you're pretty ugly. Which, I mean, I'm gonna keep walking this way because I don't even want to look back at that mutt you got. Just stay in school, go get your degree, and don't keep living this life of crime, all right? Let this be a warning to you. Man, I got 5 matches on Hinge, 11 on Tinder. No one's ugly, bruh. And you don't even want to look at me, so you're scared now? You're just running away? What's your hero name?
Cape Baldy.
Unk, he's not even in the hero almanac, so I bet he's a newbie. I told you to quit with the Unk shit. Go home, bruh. Alright, but before I go, Unk, did you dine and dash? I mean, if you did, I'm not judging. Like, he said he'll let it go, so don't hassle him.
Like, there's nothing wrong with being a little broke punk bitch, you know? Like,
and they had that little interaction, so then we see Garo try to go take Saitama's head, and Saitama sends that fool into orbit, and I guess this is where his obsession with him is probably going to start, because there's not one person yet that's put him on his ass like that. One frame man. One frame man. So after our Full Metal Alchemist middle card, we see that boy Garo laid out, and he's tweaking because he's never got humbled that bad in his life. And then we see Jack the Ripper and the cockroach from my garage last night, because true story, there was one. It's weird with me because like I saw him, he was in my garage lying there on his back, and he wasn't doing anyone any harm. So I felt bad for just like if I was just gonna curb stomp him when he was defenseless. It's like when he's boots on the ground and he's fully active, scurrying around the place, I'll take that nigga out in an instant. But I felt bad, and it was late at night. I was like, you know what?
If I come back in the morning and you're still here, you're gone.
But if you manage to get out of this situation, get out of my hair, and go be free, you do what you gotta do. And I guess that's exactly what he did. And he went to this episode here. Edgar starts tweaking out heavily because he's had nightmares about this nigga. And as Jack was walking up, I really thought we were about to get some action. And this last portion of the episode, I feel like was really dragged out. And it's not making me hopeful for next week, I'm gonna be honest. And it just sucks because the artwork at some points is so crisp. But again, it's like some shit where you meet a girl and she is one of the most beautiful women in the room,
but she has the personality of concrete.
Because Garo's getting ready to square up. I see you in his quarters, and I'm gonna be honest, seeing him eye to toe, I don't think there's a character in recent time that I don't like looking at more than this freak. Everything about him's pissing me off. But we learned from him that the Monster King originally used to be human as well. And he was the one that kind of was his coach to turn him from a human into what he's become. So now he's trying to do a part 2 of that with Garo.
So we'll see what happens with that. But we go back to our potential jumping. And we see Garo taking off his wraps.
Jack pulls up and blitzes him.
As Garo was giving Edgar like a 10 to 20 second motivational speech.
We see Jack about to take Edgar's life, and he's about a millimeter away from him. And then we see Garo start water bending to then catch his blade. And it's like, I get it's supposed to be flowy. The power, it's supposed to be flowy and smooth,
but this shit was rugged and ass.
This cut right here, I'm gonna be real, might ruin the whole episode for me. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm really not trying to hate on it. I'm really not. If this nigga's coming in as hot as he was, give him catching that blade some sort of impact or something, or at least a sound effect. Am I a damn lunatic to say that? It's like he almost just locked into place and the blade was waiting for him to do so. It's like the blade wasn't even in motion anymore with how they animated it.
And with him hoisting him up over him and then giving him that kick, that shit was cold. And it had solid impact and animation, I won't lie.
And then Jack landing in the grass, rotating, and then reestablishing his footing. It was straight. And maybe I'm tweaking. I just feel like sometimes they change the colors for no reason. Like this pan up shot of Jack and then them changing the color to them zoom in on his face. It's like the pace. It's not like the color changes are problematic to me. I love when shows do that, but it's just like
the pacing of these last couple sequences, it just felt so awkward and weirdly cut to me. And again, maybe I'm being nitpicky, but I really don't feel like I am, at least with this back portion of the episode.
I'm seeing Garo suplex this nigga, hoist him up over him, kick him into the clouds, and then him landing behind him, and he has yet to move. So then Garo's telling the kid to leave, and then the kid runs towards him. That's how I'm interpreting it as I'm watching it, to where we then see Garo square up, but then Jack just teleported out of nowhere back to in front of him. It was just done in a very awkward way, but at least we haven't gotten a PowerPoint transition yet. So, I mean, that's the plus. But I'm assuming next episode we're going to actually get some fighting. I'd hope. If they ended that shit like if they ended that episode like that and those niggas aren't throwing fists for at least 5 minutes, I'm boycotting this shit. Because it's just so unfortunate, again, considering that the actual artwork is like as good and sharp as it is. But I mean...
now my hopes are up, my nigga. Like, now, since One Punch Man Season 3 has just dropped, my nigga, like... I don't know what to believe anymore. That shit look kind of ass. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit kind of look goofy, but that shit, oh my god.